Hello, let's talk about a little bit about what I think is the absolute most important thing for you to know in terms of marketing in the next 2 to 6, maybe even 10 years. Probably forever. It always was the best. But when things going fine, when things go good, everything works a little bit. And people get very misled, lazy. And they think because something worked under certain circumstances that it will always work. And that is how the way to do it. And that's just not true. Okay, so let me tell you this. It wouldn't matter whether you're a plumber, a car mechanic, a restaurant owner, or a dentist, or an MD, or an endodontist, or a cardiologist. And as you well know, I deal mainly in the medical field with dentists and stuff in terms of my core business of whom I help. Here is something very, very important, ladies and gentlemen, and I have done this since 18 years since I started this business, this consulting business. Even though I got a lot better, especially in the last few years, and even though in the last year or two I have put major emphasis on getting better in that area because I have seen how much it must be done. Alright, let me get to the point. Normal advertising has its workability, yes, but it will be, especially in the future, super too expensive. That's right. You won't be able to afford it. Chances are that you're already at that crossroad. Chances are that you already do not have any money to pay for advertising the way you should. Chances are that you didn't have enough money to do that the way you should, or didn't want to have enough money, or didn't think that you should spend as much as you should spend during the last 15 years when actually the economy, especially for elective surgeries and stuff, was super good. Now, that means you need to do an advertising. And what is an advertising? It means getting involved in the community. Okay, you've got to get other people to whisper about you. And there are two major things you need to do. Okay, one is you've got to become the jolly good fellow in the community. And you've got to do this not only, in fact, you've got to do this 90% having to do nothing with your field. You've got to do this just as a jolly good fellow. What do you think why Coca-Cola participates in the Special Olympics and that type of stuff? What do you think why Pepsi-Cola currently has a contest running where people get, I think, $1 million, I mean several people every month, $1 million if they come up with a good idea which is good for the community. Do you think Coca-Cola wants to spend and waste, I think it's $12 million on that stuff just because they have it? No. Or Pepsi-Cola actually. No, it's because that stuff works. So you need to learn how to get involved in the community. Ladies and gentlemen, doctors, 50 years ago, 60, 70 and 100 years ago, people were naturally involved in the community. Just like 50 years ago, people naturally exercised. 40 years ago, I went to machinery engineering school, and well, exercising was natural for me. I bicycled there. Today, I need to go, and do some exercise. You need to find a system. If you do not find a system how to be naturally involved and moving into the community, you will not make it. I'm telling you, you will not make it. Advertising for sure will become too expensive. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, watch some of my other videos which I have lately made where I talk about the economy, and I'm telling you, you better be prepared for it to crash. I hope it doesn't crash. I don't want my house to go more underwater than it is already. No, I don't. I don't want to have to talk to more doctors who tell me I can't do business with you because I have no money. So I and we all have a harder time when economies crash. Of course we do. But we can fight it. And we should be prepared. Let's not be the Titanic with no lifeboats. And here is the thing. You better be prepared to have a marketing machine which is better, more elegant, enormously cheaper, and tremendously more effective than any advertising I've ever done because it will be the only one you can afford. Even if it wouldn't be better, even if it would be just normal, good, or slightly worse than what you have done so far, it would still be better because it will be the only thing you can afford. You understand? It's no different with perfect dental care. Yeah, there is a perfect round house and $20,000, let's say, whatever. Okay? And then there is a little patch up, a little bit of deep scale cleaning, a little this, a little that. Far from perfect, and a lot's better for the patient than nothing. Am I right, or am I right, or am I right? Good. The point is, this marketing I'm talking about is better than what you have currently been doing. And in an economy like now, getting involved in the community works even better than in a good economy. Why? When times get tough, people notice when somebody is part of their life as a person. Yes. So please, get involved in that. Heavy. We have many videos on how to do that. Of course, also call us. Chances are you will not be able to pull it off alone, even though it's not rocket science. By no means. But it still demands exactness. Now, the second one is, you better start learning everything there is. Everything there is. And start doing everything there is based on the internet. Having a great website is a fraction of 1% of what internet marketing is. Having a great website with videos is still not reaching 1%, or maybe it is reaching 1% at that moment, probably not. Having a great website and videos on it, and having it optimized, search engine optimization, so to say, maybe it reaches now 2%. Wow. Let me tell you something. It isn't important what's on your website. Well, of course you want to have it on it. What's important is that your information, your data, is on many thousands, 10,000s, 50,000 other people's website. Now, I know you're going to ask, how do I get it on all that? Well, that's what you need to learn, okay? That's what you need to learn. Your information needs to be on other people's website and kind of like point back to you one way or the other way. Okay, not necessarily point back to the website, to your website, but point back to you as a person, as a clinic, phone number, name it. Like a billboard. One way or the other way. There are many ways. Keep in mind, Google loves your data to be on other websites because that's what makes them thinking you are popular. It's like in high school. Some girls or boys had lots of people around them, not only boys and girls, they a mixed crowd, lots of people around. And those lots of people around them showed everyone that he or she is popular. Teachers could see it, we could see it. And on top of it, when those people who were popular were not there, basically the people around them, when they were somewhere else, they still always talked about that popular person, didn't they? They included them in their communication. You got to have an internet strategy, because I am telling you that that is the communication way. This is nothing to do with marketing. This isn't even marketing knowledge. This is communication knowledge. This is like, look, ladies and gentlemen, what about if you have no telephone? How much money does the telephone make you? Well, just go and lose it and you will see how much. You see, you don't think of telephone as a high-tech and as a marketing strategy anymore, which is stupid, by the way, because you should be using the telephone to do recall to your existing patients by the truckload. Oh my God, can it make you money? Oh my God, can it make you lots of money? See, not using what you have is what it is all about. The internet is here for you to use. The internet is leveling the playing field between you and large companies. Large companies. And the nice thing is, you don't even compete with large companies ever. The companies you compete with are small like you, little bigger, little smaller, whatever. But lots of them. You can outdo them. But you must pay the price. A little bit financially, but not a lot. And learning and time and doing and hiring people to do it and hiring the right people to do it. If you do not get involved in promoting your practice, you're done, you're finished. Those are the two things you better do, because the current economy is getting worse, and you better know how to turbocharge your marketing. Those two things are important. Bye-bye.